Hey guys, you come.
Welcome everyone. Today we have our another new episode, and we will discuss on music therapy. Very interesting topic. We have our world famous professor. He is expert on music and dance, Professor Ching, as well as we have our very smart professor, Professor David Smith. He has uh, diversified knowledge in different topic, and already he win our audience heart. uh, they really like all of his dialogue, and they want more of his contribution. Professor Ching, what you want to say for today's discussion, because this is interesting topic. We will discuss on music therapy.
Okay, first, I say something about therapy. Okay, I think this, this artistic expression affect the mind. So the mind is very important in recovering. Okay, so this this especially now I would like to talk a little bit about music. Okay, I do have a great deal of experience in music. I'm a dance legend in the San Francisco Bay Area. Almost, all the people, and 80% of the people come to the club. They sort of know about me, and I was on television in in the in the local networks. So I'm the inventor of the jump house dance. Actually, the concept of jump house. Okay, you people should look up all this topic, jump house dance, spell like JUMPULSE. Okay, what is it means is the motion of a human being or the motion of an animal, especially a wild animal, is different from the motion of a robot. A robot moves slowly, okay, because there's a force pushing it. Okay, animal, it must move very fast because it need to survive. It want to catch a prey, or it want to escape from a predator, and it must move fast. And the way human being moves or the animal moves is different from the robot moves. Okay, this is designed by our creator. This has direct effect on music, okay, and on dance, because it allows us to move like animal. You see, when a person move like animal, he looks good. Okay, if you move like a robot, he looks slow. Okay, so in my own case, I think sure the dancing and the music helped me a great deal. I think everybody's appreciative to me in the San Francisco Bay Area. All these young people going to clubs, they say that they want to be like me when they grow up. That's all they wish. You see. Well, not only that I'm healthy, I'm also they basically they want all my girls. Okay, I got all the girls in the club. Okay, the girls they admire me. It's not that I'm trying to get them. Okay, when you are idol, people just admire you. They want to return the love you brought to them. So this music, again, I go back to music. It make people happy. Okay, that is the key thing. In life, you can almost measure value of life by how much happiness you get over how much suffering you have. You see, so using music as a therapy, this is perfect. And to sort of put all this together, my my observation as somewhat a semi-professional professional person is in the art is that music as a form of artistic expression is mature. Okay, humans are very good at music. Okay, all the people all around the world, they do music. Okay, you look around, in your own whatever your village, your city, your friends, they all have some kind of music expression. But to be honest, many of my friends, professional friends, ask them to go to dance. They say, no, I don't want to go to dance. The reason is, it's honest. The reason is dancing looks, no matter what they do, it almost turn out to be not as beautiful as music. It's not quite mature. Okay, in my opinion, this is the reason is this jump house. Okay, once you start to do jump house, you will look like an athlete. Okay, athlete looks beautiful. Okay, their motion looks beautiful because they use this jump house. Okay, dancers, they don't tend to, they move slowly and they don't look as good. Okay, so you need to go into this, understand this motion, this jump house motion, a sudden change of force. Okay, force changes suddenly, and that will help in sports. And it definitely is the only thing the, that will make a dancer look good. Okay, so what happened to me is this: I invented a dance called jump house dance, and in 2011, some people in the club in Oakland, they took my video. Okay, they say, "Oh, this dance looks good. It's stimulating," and they took it and take it to Los Angeles. And those people in Los Angeles, they made a video called the Party Anthem. Okay, it's a very popular music. It depicts the dance, old dance shuffle. You see, so they revive shuffle. Shuffle is a 1980s dance. And the music video revived shuffle. Then shuffle led to a whole movement in dancing around the world. In China, they call it ghost dance, ghost steps. In America, they also call it uh, jump style. Okay, so if you look at shuffle, actually it was revived by the jump out dance. The jump out dance is different from other dance because it looks powerful. Intentionally look powerful. It makes the dance look like an animal motion, like an athlete. Okay, you go to YouTube, you can see my dancing, jump out dance, and it's all featured in TikTok and all the popular media. So basically, this dance. So I have my student learning this jump house dance, and you see they know jump out dance, I know jump out dance. So anytime just recently, a few years ago, shuffle started to go down, fade. But again, we go out with jump out dance, it revives shuffle again. So in other words, if you human being have one dance that can revive other dance, then humans will continue to dance. Okay, they will not stop. So basically, we're contributing to this to this therapy, dance therapy. See, today we're supposed to talk about music therapy, but the dance therapy is very powerful. See, people actually dance. People who dance will have very strong legs. Strong leg is the foundation of health. Okay, you got to get the strong legs. Okay, because 50% of people die from falling down. Okay, after they fall down, a couple of years they die. Okay, so if you have strong leg, then you have less tendency of falling down. So you extend life, and after you have that, then you look for to improve other part of your body. Now I'm in Northern California, Redwood area, and the air over there provides micronutrition. So I go there and I just breathe the air. So this couple of days I feel very good. Okay, David, you should come and visit us. We take you to dance and go to Northern California to take the forest bath. Okay, you take a bath in the forest. Okay, breathing the air with micronutrition. Okay, so this would probably give you some idea about all this therapy. human being need to have a sufficient knowledge in music, in art, in dancing, in order to provide this very, very important therapy. Is it to get people going? And today, on the other hand, today there's a lot of mass killing and all this very bad stuff and suicide because there's a lack of happiness. Okay, you need to provide happiness. And I go to Stanford University every Thursday, try to get all the students to dance. Okay, reason there's a few suicide and run away from Stanford University, and I just don't want it to happen, too much just nearby. You see, so basically, this music therapy is used for imbalancing the unhappiness, all the bad things that's happening around us. So that's my take. I would continue, after. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor David Smith. A very interesting topic. So, what you want to add for today's session?
Well, I have to first say, Professor Chang, I try to go dancing at least once a week. So I
Great.
agree with you on that. And I'm actually with a friend taking some dancing lessons on Sunday, every other Sunday evening to learn a couple of new types of dances. So I'm game with you on that. But I love your area in the Bay Area, but I prefer to be closer to a warm beach than the cold water in the Bay. So that's kind of my therapy on that side. Um, and I'm excited because I'm going to go and spend a week coming up in the Caribbean and recharging myself that way. But let me talk about actually music therapy for a minute, because if you go back and think about music, music has been part of human life for thousands of years. And if you look at, experts have found, archaeologists have found instruments dating back to over 40,000 years ago. So really that suggests humans' desire to express themselves and communicate through music is really uh, deep rooted. Um, the music theory, though, is a clinical use of music to accomplish individual goals, such as reducing stress, improving mood, improving self expression. And it's an evidence based theory well established in the health community. I can go to every major medical center and every major teaching hospital, and you're going to find music therapy. Uh, and as part of this music therapy, you really see it going back in history again, too. The use of music therapy and healing really dates back to ancient Greece with what we found there. But its therapeutic use really began after the end of World War II. But the earliest reference to music therapy comes from 1789 in an article called Music Physically Considered. So you see it growing and you see it beginning to go a lot of different areas. And now there's many music therapy associations around the world and music therapists devote to you. So what you see in music therapy is it may include listening, singing, dancing, playing instruments, composing music, but musical skills and talents are not required to participate. I mean, you really don't want to hear me singing as part of music therapy. Uh, I think the doctors would run away from me if I did that. But musical therapy can help you both physiologically, emotionally, spiritually, cognitively, and social. Some of the benefits of music therapy include lowering blood pressure, improving memory, enhancing communication and social skills through experiencing music with others. Music is great for self reflection, and the doctors and practitioners use the self reflection part really to observe your thoughts, your emotions. Uh, Clinical music therapy, particularly with the role of different frequencies and different vibrations, is great at reducing muscle tension. It's self regulating. I can tell you when my son was in elementary school, and particularly when he was trying to do math, he would hum to himself to regulate his thoughts and regulate himself so that he could focus on the math. And even though the teachers got irritated at him, that was his form of using and a part of music therapy to be able to concentrate more. It can manage pain, increase joy, and you see a lot of it used in that way. The first large group, though, to use musical therapy across a wide uh, group of the population was the United States War Department in 1945. And they used it as occupational, educational, recreation, and as part of physical conditioning. So you see a lot of areas there where it can be used. And there's just so many areas going to it. You know, you've heard that in the United States we have a music therapy association, and you also see it in the World Federation for Music Therapy. There's another group called Voices, a World Forum for Music Therapy. You see quite a few others, but countries that have explicit music therapy organizations include Australia, Austria, Canada, Finland, Germany, Great Britain, Hong Kong, Japan, New Zealand, Singapore, Sweden, and Taiwan. So just going through that short list, you can see that music therapy is an internationally accepted uh, approach to dealing with a wide variety of issues and ailments that you can do. Um, you know, there is a lot of places to understand that music therapy is very useful, but there's also a difference between traditional music used as a tool and clinical music therapy, which uh, music therapy requires people who have a degree. You must have a bachelor's degree, and there's, for example, the American Music Therapy Association. There's 72 approved colleges and universities, and to be certified, it takes 1,200 hours of clinical testing. So it really is a very involved degree to get there. Uh, and again, music therapy is evidence-based healthcare, and it requires knowledge not only of music but of psychology and medicine as well. Um, so you see other uses though. I mean, I walked in buildings and lobbies and places, and you see piano players, which kind of help set your mood and is a non-clinical application of music therapy. You see it in senior citizen living facilities all the time, with people coming in and playing the piano. You see high school students going there and playing guitars. You see choirs singing in the different places, and those are all great uses of music and music to put for a therapeutic means. But those are not classic clinical music therapy. So, Sharif, I hope this kind of helps put it in the context of the clinical side of music therapy as well.
Thank you, sir. Professor Ching, what's new beside your robotics analysis? What the experience you want to share with us?
Before you do that, Sharif, I want to see his YouTube of the dance he developed. So
Yeah.
he needs to post his YouTube
Yeah,
links.
Okay. Let
yeah,
me
Professor
show
Ching,
you
you can.
show you something. I think it's best to just show how I do it rather than keep talking about it. This is not a subject for talking. It's really a subject for doing. You see. But I need to search for it. Let me just talk while I search. Okay. Let's do all this together. Yeah. So what happened is this: I have shaved. I've shaved 28 years from my biological life by dancing. You see, which provide me music, happiness, exercise, everything into one. This is a therapy that I advise for everybody. Just go dancing. Have dancing in music. You have music. You have people. You have exercise. And this is according 20. It's official because it's according to a glycan age test. Glycan is a is a kind of protein protect the cells. It's on the cell wall, and it's supposed that the the form of glycan will will be proportional to one's age. So it's an accurate measure of one's age. But I will also say this could possibly be just my health. You see, I have the health of over 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 48-year old, while I'm actually in my 70s. You see, let me get some. Let me see if I can get some jump house dance. And also recently, I'm such a dance idol. Recently I have this friend. His name is Lit Jong. If you are in the U.S., you probably know this guy. Okay, many people might think he looks interesting, but I would consider him the.
Professor Ching, you just continue. We will share. No problem. We will share with our audience.
Yeah, okay.
Your
Let me try this. Let me try to get one dancing going.
Well, Sharif, I have to say one thing while he's trying to pull that up. Uh, with
yes, yes.
your listeners and watchers in your area when we come over for the conference, you're going to have to arrange dancing for all of us.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah,
That's for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, that is interesting. Professor Ching,
yeah, yeah. Okay, I would. Yeah, let me see what. Yeah, so basically, I dance. Let me give you some idea of how much I dance. Okay, I dance Thursday night, Friday night, and the Saturday night.
uh, Professor Ching,
Yeah.
can
Okay.
you please continue because our audience waiting. We will share. We will share your content.
Well,
Yeah.
Sharif, would you like me while he's trying to find that, throw a
Yes.
couple things in about the different types of
Yeah.
music?
David, why don't you say a little bit? Let's just make this. it's open conversation. You see.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
So, Sharif, let me just throw a couple of things in. There's really two different types of big music therapy approach. One of them is a receptive listening based one, where the people who are receiving the music therapy just listen, and others the active method based on actually playing the musical instrument. And in each of those, there's multiple types before that. For example, in the receptive model, there's one which is relaxing uh, music therapy, which is like for anxiety, depression, cognitive disorders. And then there is an analytical music therapy, which involves really listening to music and also using more the frequencies of music, and that we know the human body and different parts of the body vibrate at different frequencies, and this is a place where music therapists can use music or even just tones of music as part of a musical therapy to make you feel better like that. We know when we hear ultra high pitches, it affects us. We know when we hear very low pitches, it affects our body because our body will react very verbally, very actively to us. But the same is true with other frequencies too. So music therapy is not just based on the fact that humans enjoy music. It's also based on science using the different frequency and the intensity of that as well.
Thank you. Professor Ching, you want to
Okay,
share?
let's share. Yeah, let me share the screen with you. How about that? Okay, can you see the screen?
Not yet.
No.
Oh, cannot.
We will share, like later, we will share your YouTube channel with our audience.
Okay, okay.
So
Let
you
me
can
continue
continue.
to talk a little bit about what I have here. You see, this I have this friend, who's actually a friend of mine. He's my dancing fan, but actually he's far more famous than I am. He's the number one, probably the best rapper in the world today. Because the way the language he used, I would call him the champion of free expression. Okay, for the way that he expressed his music. And what I did was with all the therapy. Actually, I'm doing I'm doing this. You see, I have created a paradise in the clubs in the San Francisco Marina District, where the richest people reside, and their family, their relative, their children, they come to clubs, and it's a very rich district. And they all have fun. They all their life they probably just want to spend in having fun. Okay. And this sort of gave me some idea about this music therapy. This therapy need needs humans to have some wealth, some value in society in order to build up such a continuous fun place. Another a paradise or utopia has to create it with value, with increasing value. The best way to increase value is to increase knowledge. Okay, and people asking me what I do. I definitely is doing everything based on knowledge. So that's why I was very successful. So I have so many young people following me. They keep saying they want to be like me when they get to my age. Okay, I would say that's the wisest thing that the young people can say. Okay, And to become like me is not easy. First, they have to live to my age. I'm three times their age, so I need to need to tell them that you need to learn to dance, and you need to continue to dance, and you need to be familiar. In order to dance, you have to be familiar with music. So this is I'm working on this positive end of music therapy. In other words, this is it's not just for people who are not feeling well. It's really for people who are trying to live their lives. So music therapy sound like it's a medical therapy, but actually it's a life therapy. You have a life revolve around health and happiness. Basically, I would advise music, dancing, and also relaxation with friends. So this is what I feel that we should all try to achieve. You see, for young people, my advice is from the very young age they should start to plan a whole strategy for life. In my case, it's my lifestyle to spend half of my time dancing and half my time in helping people in knowledge. And I spend 4 days in knowledge and 3 days in dancing. So this music therapy, since music is such an advanced area of human expression, I would say will probably occupy the central stage. And you people, if you want to look at my friend Lee Jong, he's a rapper and he sounds really really good. But if you look into his language, you may be a little bit shocked. So I would call him the champion of free expression. Okay, I really for people who express them freely. Okay, regardless of what kind of language they use, and I think he's a good example in music therapy. You see, he's a video music artist. So basically, his music has reached the highest point in human civilization. So I would say music therapy will be currently the most important therapy in the form of artistic expression. So later on, let's see if I can dig up this jump out dance to give a demonstration. Okay. So Sheriff, you connect to my screen?
I do not see something. I'm checking from YouTube. Your YouTube channel name?
Yeah, YouTube. If you check YouTube, you check jump out dance sidekick Foster City.
Okay, okay.
Is it?
I'm checking.
All right.
So
Yeah, if you
yes.
can just send it, out, that'd be easy. Or if you can use my screen, can you use my screen?
No, I cannot see anything. Professor
You
David is
can.
with you. Continue. I try to share his.
Yeah, yeah. You use the dance, dance sidekick Foster City. You see, jump out,
Mhm.
JUMPULSE dance
PUALSE.
PUM
Yes.
JUMPULSE. Yeah, jump out dance. You got it. The best thing is just take a look at the sidekick because it's a jump house move. You see, sidekick. Also, this jump house explains the 5,000-year-old Chinese kung fu. You see, why is the kung fu so effective? Why is Bruce Lee move so fast? Because of jump house. Okay, so this make a person look really good, you know, and I would really advise people to use it. And the jump pulse has another effect. It produces micro tear, very small injury, you know, that will
Uh,
stimulate your body
Mr.
to build
Mr.
itself.
Ting, you can share your YouTube channel
Okay,
in
okay,
our private chat, and we can share.
okay.
Well, Sharif, I almost need to admit something on your channel that I don't normally talk about. That in my misguided youth, I actually was a roadie on tour with several of the bands.
Oh, good,
I worked for a company called Showco, and I was on tour with the Beach Boys, the Carpenters, and some bands like that.
good.
And yeah, that was a fun time, but it actually helped me a lot. And let me just give you a couple personal stories here. My son is a drummer and plays in multiple bands with that, uh, and his drum teachers over the year taught him something called drum ease, so he can with his voice make the sound of most drums and even complex drum sounds as he's doing it. So sometimes that drives me crazy in the car, but it actually, you can see that's a form of therapy even. And um, let me just take one moment and talk about some of the different music therapy techniques, because it includes like drumming, like he's doing, listening to live or recorded music. And oftentimes, music therapists will put together a list of different types of music and with different tones and things explicitly for you. There's music assisted relaxation techniques, uh, often combined with deep breathing. Uh, there's playing instruments, particularly hand percussion, that's used a lot in music therapy. The ability to have patients improvise is an area
Yeah, bye.
either with instruments or voice that is very there. Writing music for new songs, helping you be that. Learning to play, creating art with music. We've talked a lot on this about dancing or mute or moving to live or recorded music, writing choreographic for it, but really discussing one's emotions or reactions to a particular song is one of the techniques that particularly psychologists use a lot, because music helps open emotions. Music helps open memories that you might be repressing and stuff like that. So again, if I go back to the clinical uses of music therapy, there's a ton of them. And I hope just going through those examples will help your listeners.
Yes. Uh,
Okay,
yes, Professor Ching. Yeah.
yeah, I got it on the chat. Can you just post it?
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I will.
Wait a minute. Okay, okay. Can you have you seen it?
I don't. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Are you going to do it, Sharif?
Shiver.
Yes.
Can you do it?
Here, let me try. Gee, it's not letting me bring it up. I'll try one more time and see if we can get it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I had it. I must tell you, it looks like you're having fun in your video.
Yeah, yeah. This this is one of the demonstration of sidekick. You see, sidekick, you kick your feet out, but you wind up first, just like
Right.
so I can you I can do it very fast. I can move very fast.
Well, Sharif, I
And
tried sharing and I could not get the YouTube to share.
Okay, okay. You can share, or I have to.
I tried to.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, uh, Actually, we are waiting for Dr. Talib. He actually sent me some message. He want to join. Let's see. So anyway, I have to go for the concluding remarks for today's session. Professor Ching, what's your concluding remarks for today's session?
okay, I'm definitely for music therapy. Actually, I'm for therapy with all forms of artistic expression. I think the human lifestyle should be built around the health and happiness. And this is the positive side. What the music therapy sound like the negative side, but they are both okay. If you are negative, you're on the sad side. You can decrease your sadness with music therapy. If you're I'm on the more or less on the happiness side, so people can increase their happiness. Actually, I would recommend you incorporate the music therapy into one's lifestyle. So one will have continue to have happiness throughout life, happiness and health, and that will give us the total picture, and the human race will not be like today's such a competitive, you know, situation, and it will become more harmonious. And this is an important topic. I wish that you know we can all get more organized in this area, because this area is not considered to be a mainstream, but in actuality, this is the mainstream. You see, in your life, you got to increase the value of your life in order to live a worthwhile life. And the music, dancing, and all the other happiness should be the mainstream of lifestyle. And I call my lifestyle the epigenetic lifestyle, which means you will become what you want your body to be. Another, you can pick your whether you're going to be live like a young person or live like old person. If you live like a young person, the body has the ability to make yourself young. So the music therapy is focused on the mind, and a young mind is basically the most important thing in staying young. So I would advise people to follow a epigenetic lifestyle. And if you have time, you should all come to San Francisco Bay Area to visit clubs, especially two clubs, Westwood and Temple. Temple is the best dancing club. Westwood is the club for young people. You go in and you meet about 1,000 young people. Okay, you can take your pick, and everybody is happy. So they listen to music, they drink wine, they associate with each other. So this is really a paradise. You see, you look over the whole area. It turned into a paradise. And I was there long time ago, and when I was there initially, there were very few people. And because, it's so crowded inside the club, it's standing room only, and always there's very long lines for people try to get in, and they are non-stop. Also, another thing is in this area, the cops outnumbers the homeless, so it's relatively secure. Okay, so all this put together, this idea of try to increase the value, society's value, and the human value, and therefore, we should all strive to increase the value of our society, so that we would eventually be able to create the utopia. Be able to create paradise on earth. So that's my conclusion. Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Professor David Smith, what's your concluding remarks for today's session?
Well, again, I enjoy your topic. This is a very good one, and trying to keep up with Dr. Sheen is hard. I just went and got one of my
you.
passes for music events here in Austin. You can see it's an all access pass. So, yeah, I tend to go and do the things like that as well. But, let's just wrap up on the clinical part for just a minute. Music therapy is really not a cure for any physical condition, it's not a cure for any mental condition. But what it really is an effective and enjoyable tool for reducing the symptoms of a lot of different conditions, including depression, anxiety, and others. Music therapy is a tool for helping people cope with places in their life, in their living, where they need a tool to help regulate themselves, to help focus and do other things like that. Musical therapy also offers people a creative and easy, accessible way of expressing their feelings and really processing their feelings, their experiences. Uh, and people have used music for its powerful effects on mood and emotions for centuries. And again, the first musical instrument was over 40,000 years ago. So music's been around for a long time. But aside from helping with mental health issues, physical health uh, issues, musical therapy has many other creative benefits, such as creative outlook, expanding knowledge, cultural awareness, being a place where you can get lost in the music and get lost in creating the music. And it really helps improve cognitive skills such as memory and others like that. Music therapy has been shown extremely beneficial in very young people as well as very old people. So it's not something that is just based for people in the middle. It really goes from even before the time when a child can communicate. Music therapy is actually used by many people when the child is still in the womb, is part of the process there. And it's not only the music, but a lot of it's the vibrations, like we talked about earlier, and the frequencies used on that. Um, at the top end of the scale, it's kind of interesting because many of the departments of war, Department of Defenses around the world are taking sounds and using them as part of an offensive mechanism. You're seeing police forces when they surround a facility using very loud music and oftentimes offensive music to the culture is a way to help get people to give up and turn themselves in. You see it being used as a sonic weapon. But for the most part, music therapy is a tool that most of us could use at different times. I mean, I love sitting down with a live band and having a margarita and just sitting back and chilling and letting me forget about the problems of the day, the things I have to do next. And those applications are fantastic. And as Dr. Ching does, it's a great physical exercise medium as well. So, Sharif, I think that's my concluding remarks is just I believe everyone in your broadcast today, after it's over, should go and turn on their favorite music and enjoy it for a while. And like I said, when I travel to Malaysia with you over there, I expect to have some of your listeners dance with me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor David Smith. This is excellent session, and I'm sure our audience will enjoy today's sessions. And a lot of interesting things we learned from you and Professor Ching. Thank you. Bye bye, and take care.
Thank you. Bye.